First pick.
Alrighty, welcome to another episode of On the Clock, the Just Baseball, College Baseball, and MLB Draft Podcast. I'm Jared Perkins. Tyler Jennings not here. He's out at the ACC tournament, but we have a really awesome guest with us today. Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year, semifinalist for the 2025 Golden Spikes Award in Coastal Carolina's ace, Jacob Morrison. Jacob, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing awesome, Jared. I'm just excited to be on here. Really
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, excited to have you on. I've been following your journey for quite a bit now. Just been awesome to see you go out there and dominate every single day. But the first question we kind of always ask guys is just give us a little background on your amateur journey. Tell us about how you kind of got where you are today, who you are a little bit off the field, just for the viewers who don't know you.
So I'm a small town. I'm a big kid, very tall kid, but I'm from a small town in Flushing, Michigan, hour north of Detroit. You know, this is my third year at Coastal Carolina. I'm technically a redshirt sophomore. I had Tommy John after my freshman year, and we're having a great year, and I'm pitching pretty well. I'm just excited to be a part of this team. Off the field, I spent a lot of time outdoors. I don't know, I'm a pretty happy kid. You know, I love baseball. I love watching major leagues, college. You know, we were watching all day, pretty good series going on all around baseball. So, yeah.
No, I love it. You talked about a little bit having that really good year this year, coming back from injury. You went 10-0, sub 2 ERA on the season. Ultimately got the Sun Belt Conference Pitcher of the Year. What really clicked for you this year that helped you take your game to the next level?
I would say just building a routine really early on was very key for me. I stayed on a routine the entire year. We learned some things that worked for me coming off this rehab. We learned a lot of things about myself through this rehab, a lot of what works for my body, especially in the weight room.
Yeah.
And just how I move and what works best for me on the mound and what works best for me in the weight room and plyo drills and drills in general and just kind of syncing them all together.
No, I love it. I often imagine like the recovery process, right? Always kind of a tough thing to go through. What for you, what was that feeling like when you finally got to step back up on that mound?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I was just saying, yeah, what was that feeling like when you finally got to step back out on that mound?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my first outing back was against Kansas State this year. I was really nervous in the spring for outings, and it was a little bit different though when it was a real game. The first two innings of my career this year were, I was really nervous. I didn't even feel like I was out there. Like it felt like a whole different world. It was 600 something days that it was between outings, and everything I'd done to prepare just kind of went out the window for those first two innings. But then after that, I settled it in for the rest of the year. It was pretty good, but it felt really good to get back out there. It just felt good to compete against somebody else, and you have all this time in rehab to work on stuff, and baseball is way more fun when you're competing against somebody else versus working on something.
Yeah, no, I love that. And you talked a little bit about the mental side of the game. What do you think kind of sets your mental game apart from other pitchers at this level?
I think I'm just extremely competitive. That comes from a great background of playing multiple sports and having a competitive household my whole life. And I don't think there's anything I wouldn't do in order to win, in order for my team to succeed. And like that does come on the field, and I show that on the field. But even off the field, when it comes to my daily work, the things I do every day, the things that I don't want to do every day, things that suck for me sometimes, and I feel like I'm just more competitive than 90% of human beings in certain categories, and that allows me to succeed.
No, I love that. You talked a little bit about coming from a small town. I grew up kind of in our rural Nevada at one point in my time, and I think guys like that just don't get the same eyes on them that normal people would have. Always have this kind of chip on your shoulder. Did you use that kind of to drive you and kind of get you to be more competitive on the mound?
I would never say like that. I wouldn't say, yes, coming from a small town, I didn't get recognized as much.
Yeah.
I didn't get these crazy awards. I didn't get recruited crazy highly out of high school, but I never really used that as like a chip. I just want to win. I kind of shows in everything I do, and especially the sports I played in high school. Just that's where my nature comes from.
No, I love it. Want to talk a little bit about your development. So take us kind of into the pitch mix. What pitch in your arsenal has really taken the biggest leap for you this season, and kind of which one are you most confident going to with a game on the line?
So I have a four-seam fastball. Ride over run. I have a pretty good ride on that, good extension. I have what I call it a cutter. It's a slider. It's a hard slider, more horizontal than vert. And I have a curveball, pure depth, and a little bit of horizontal. And then I have a changeup, a little bit decent fade action. I don't really kill as much vert as I would like to on that, but I spin a fastball, cutter, and curveball very well. Those are my most three confident pitches. I would say the biggest leaps have to come from the cutter and the curveball. The curveball was a big one that I needed to work on, especially this year was the curveball I was working on. But the cutter's kind of been a natural pitch for me. I've been able to throw it hard and have the movement and spin that I want. And then I'm probably most comfortable right now sitting here today with my curveball, which is crazy to say because just a couple weeks ago I would have thrown that out of the window. And then I got to work with Coach Williams, and actually Connor Owings really helped me out with just what he sees on my curveball, and we fine-tuned it, and I feel very confident with it right now.
No, I love that. Yeah, I was looking at Tyler's live looks, and that really stuck out to us, at least when he was out there. You mentioned Coach Williams. Talk a little bit about the experience with Coach Williams. How has he kind of helped you aid you this year, and what have you focused on with him? I guess the curveball is one of those things, but just talk about that experience with him.
I would say it's all aspects. Everything that since he's come in, it's been an unreal level of coaching. It's been an elite level of coaching, and every day he's on your butt, good or bad, which usually bad. Usually he's yelling at me for something or coaching me, which you love. You can't ever complain about it, but it's really a great sign that he just brings in this thought of everything and how he attacks pitching, and he loves stuff, and he loves throwing your good stuff over the plate, and he loves attacking hitters. And we kind of adopted that as a pitching staff, and it's been awesome. It's been really fun.
No, I love that. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about him, so it's cool to kind of hear from your aspect and perspective of like how that development's gone. For you, just kind of off the field, what does a day in the life look for you? Like, how do you balance school, baseball, just kind of staying not locked in on the field, but just like kind of enjoying life too?
No, yeah, there's a lot of times, especially when school's going on. Luckily, it's not right now. That school has taken a big toll on my life. I chose a harder major. I'm a statistics major, so I chose a little bit harder path. There's a lot. I spend a lot of time on school. I spend at least the credit hours that they say a week on school. So a lot of times in season with school, it's you come home from practice, you're doing homework. Before practice, you're doing homework. I got 3 hours. I'm probably going to spend at least 2 hours of that doing homework. But now it's pretty nice. Now I'm just playing some baseball. I get to watch. I watch a lot of more baseball on TV. I just watch TV shows. I get to hang out with my buddies more. It's a lot more fun when school ain't going on.
Yeah. What led you to choosing the statistics major?
I'm really good with numbers. I'm a very smart kid, and I know that baseball is backed by numbers and statistics, and I just wanted to get my feet wet in that area a little bit. And it's hard. It's a lot harder than I thought at first, but I enjoy it, so I can't really complain.
Yeah, I love it. Want to talk a little bit about the team. You guys went 44-11 overall this season, 26-4 in conference. Just absolutely incredible. I think you ended on a 14-game winning streak as well. Talk about just the way that college baseball is constantly changing now. How you all really developed that team chemistry early on to help you kind of have this success this season.
We've always been known at Coastal for having this unbelievable offense, and we still have the unbelievable offense. The offense is still unbelievable, but now we have this great pitching staff, and we used to have the pitchers and hitters used to kind of butt heads, I would say, in the past because there was this huge discrepancy between level of play, and now the pitchers, we've really picked up our slack, and we're pretty dang good now. And you win 44 games, it's hard to have bad culture. I hate to say that, but it is. It's hard to have bad culture when you're winning so much, and we don't really ride the wave because we do have these great relationships with each other, but we're winning a lot of games. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good times going on in the locker room.
Oh yeah, that winning energy is just going to easily flow. Like you win 14 in a row, like the confidence is going
Yeah,
to be through the roof.
absolutely.
I want to talk a little bit more about some of the personal things. So for you, you kind of talked about hanging out with your buddies, but what are some of the big passions that you have away from baseball that really kind of just help you get your mind off of the performances on the field?
I would say I spend a lot of time outdoors. Like, I hate to say I go to other sports, but I do. I play pickleball. Now that school's out, I'll go and golf. That's a big one for me. I really like to swim in the pool. I just like to be outside. Um, yeah, in the fall, the big thing for me back home is we hunt. We hunt deer.
Mm.
Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much what I spend my time doing.
Do you have a go-to hunting spot?
Yeah, we have property back home, and
Oh, nice.
my dad probably worked on it today when he got home from work. But yeah, we love to be out there. We shot some pretty nice deer out there, and looking forward to shooting some more.
I love it. Because this is on the clock, we're just going to go into some rapid fire, more fun questions here. What is the go-to food spot for you on campus?
On campus, we got this place called Two Taco. It's like a taco
Mm.
place. I mean,
Nice.
it's like a Mexican place, but it's got some really good chicken quesadillas. They got some good fries. You can't go wrong at Two Taco. That place is really good.
I love it. Do you have a place at home too? Probably not as
Um,
much.
yeah, no, we do. It's another Mexican place. This one's a
Yeah.
sit down diner. We go to Puerto Vallarta, which is in downtown Flushing, and then we go to Skip's
Okay.
Bar and Grill, which is in downtown Flushing. Those are the two big spots for us.
Love it. If you could face one big leaguer, who would it be?
Uh, I mean, I want to face Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. He might not play into my strengths. I don't know what he hits, but I know he hits
Yeah.
everything really hard. Uh, that'd be cool to face him. I mean, Judge would be cool. I know he hits a lot of middle, so you just got to get the ball away from him. But it's a lot easier said than done. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
get the Otani answer a lot. Like whether it's a hitter or a pitcher, they're like, "Yeah, I just want to face Otani." I mean, that's
I
going to be
just
the
I
hitter
would
for most
love to.
guys.
I would just love to see him in real life and just play against him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he like approaches every single at bat too, because like, it's going to be
Yeah,
different for him every single time.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
So for you, build your Mount Rushmore of right-handed pitchers. So this doesn't have to be like the top pitchers in the league, like, but just guys you look up to, kind of not necessarily model your game off of, but love to go watch out and compete.
Tyler Glasnow has always been a really
Yeah.
big one for me. I love watching that man pitch. Garrett Cole has been a big one for me my whole life too. Um, DeGrom when he was with the Mets, I mean, and still now as of recently, he's been a freak. Strider before surgery was one of my favorite pitchers to watch. And then the guy who I've been watching a lot recently is Jackson Jobe. I'm a Detroit Tigers
Mm,
fan, and I love the stuff that Jackson Jobe has. I love watching him pitch, and I think he's going to be really, really good. So I really like to watch a guy like him pitch.
man, the Tigers have been so much fun this year. As a Royals fan, I
Awesome.
hate it, but y'all have been
Well,
just
yeah, I mean, you
absolutely
guys got some,
dominating.
you guys got some studs on that team. Reagan's is really good.
Yeah, to me, like those are the best two rotations in the Central,
Yeah,
easily. Like I think the Tigers are
yeah.
better just because they got the more depth, like top to bottom. I think that Tigers rotation is just so much better.
It's ridiculous. And Reese Olson just went down, and I don't know who they're calling up, but whoever they're calling up is really good.
Yeah, yeah, they're just loaded. It's a fun team, and like the offense
Yeah,
is all clicking. Sorry, I don't mean to go
yeah.
into Tigers right here, but
Don't no, not at all. But I love watching Javier Baez hit home runs, man.
dude, like that after that contract was signed, I was like, this is bad. But now he's actually living up to it, and it's been fun to watch.
Love it. I will never say a bad word about Javier Baez. I love watching him play.
I love it. Last question I'm going to ask you here. So, if you had some advice for a kid, like a high school kid coming from a small town, like wants to kind of follow your path, go to play college baseball, what would be that one piece of advice that you'd have?
I would say just keep working. There was a lot of days that there wasn't anybody scouting me. There wasn't anybody talking to me. I wasn't picking up the phone call, and I was upset. I was very upset that I thought I was good enough to talk to these big time schools, but I just kind of kept my head down and grinding. I didn't look up. I wasn't looking for these great awards. I'm blessed to have these awards now and be in the situation I am now, but it's really the work that I used to put in and still do put in that got me to where I am today. And I would say just keep your head down, keep working.
No, I love that. Jacob, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to join us on the Clock. I know it's a busy schedule. You got the tournament coming up. You guys are going to be absolutely crushing it. We're excited to watch it all. But yeah, thank you for taking time out of your day, man, to join us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.